Sound. This is the fun part. What I want to take you through is 2 techniques that saved my job when I was at uni. When I was at uni, I had a telemarketing job for my cleaning services. I'd call people up, telemarketing, hey, we want to do some carpet cleaning in your joint tomorrow. Do you want it? And in a 3-hour shift, I had to get 4 sales, and I wasn't getting it. Turned up for work on Monday, and the boss said, Darren, if you're not getting budget by the end of the week, see you later. So smile and dial on the shift on Monday and on Wednesday, and I was getting 1, 2 sales, so not going to make it. Turned up for my last shift on Friday and implemented. I thought, well, I've got nothing to lose. This is my last time turning up here. So I'm going to apply these next 2 techniques that I showed you. I'm going to show you. The first is matching. Now, this is where you match the voice that's on the phone. Now, you only do these techniques at the start of a call when you want to, or you do it at the start of the call, or when you want to regain control if you think you've lost it. So the way that I would do this is I would be smile and dial, phoning people, it's literally in the days of the white pages, start at the top and move down. I'd dial the phone number, and if the lady or the person at the other end was a little old lady and she said, hello, Joan here, I would drop my voice down to her level. Hello, Joan, it's Darren from my cleaning services. If I made a phone call and there was a rather abrupt guy on the phone, hello, Jason here, what do you want? Hello, Jason, Darren from my cleaning service. And I would match where they are. And what that did is it then enabled me to pace them, to be the conductor of the energy of the call. So for the little old lady, Joan, hello, Joan here, I'd duck down, hello, Joan, it's Darren from my cleaning services. We're doing some cleaning in your area over the next 2 days, and we wonder if you want some of our services. Took her low and high. For the old grandma, goes, hello, Darren from my cleaning services, we're in your area, and move down. Now, it might only happen over 15 seconds, but what it did was it built enough connections that I went from selling 1, maybe 2 sales in a 3-hour session to getting 9 sales on that Friday when I knew it was my last time. So I got to come back to work the following week. And from there, I was averaging between 9 and 13 sales in a 3-hour shift. I was meant to be getting 4. I went from being the guy who was about to be booted to the guy who was held up and say, hey, this is the way you should be doing it, because of these 2 simple techniques. Yeah, it is, Chris, it is similar face-to-face. Over the phone, I think it's easier because we don't have all of the other distractions. And if you simply match, then pace, take them up or down. It doesn't really matter which way you do. If they're in the middle, the same as you, just move them one way or the other. It doesn't really matter. It's the way you build the connection, and it happens at a mirror neuron level, which is how we connect. We need to listen. We need to listen so much on the phone. And the way we do that is we have to hold off. We can't jump in. We can't finish sentences to people. As salespeople, we like to think we are smart and we've got the answers to the questions that they've got, and let's help them out. But what happens is when we step on people, we make it about us. So we need to hold off. Let the silence do the heavy lifting. And the way that we do that is we need to hold the space for them. In this time, what we're going to see coming over the next couple of weeks is going to be frightening. If we can practice holding a space for our loved ones and our customers and clients, for them to talk, they are going to bond to us. If you've ever done any HR training or counselling training, what they'll tell you is you need to use reflective listening. Now, reflective listening is a great technique in a HR setting or a conflict resolution setting, which is where I reflect back to you what I'm hearing. So, Jen, what I'm hearing you say is you're feeling this, that, and the next thing. Is that correct? And that's great in that setting. But we're in a sales setting. We're in a position where we're trying to help someone through a commercial transaction. And you simply shut up. And the example of this is, if you have ever interviewed someone for a job, what you'll find is you ask them a question, they blurt something out, and you get to the end of that and you just remain quiet, and then they blurt something else out. And that something else is often the truth and what you really want to know. So when you hold a space, when you're listening for people, what I urge you to do is just hold off. Just that little bit longer. It's going to feel super awkward to begin with. You're going to feel as though I need to jump in, but that is just taking it back to you. I mentioned across the top of the person, and it's talk versus listen, who it is about, and it's awareness. Then that is a hold off that little bit longer to let the sound come through. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. The person, the process, and the perception. Be aware of what's going on in your world. Offer value and understand how you can manipulate sound. This is what I do for my clients when I go in and I work with their sales teams. I walk along beside them as they are wanting to learn and improve their situations. What I would like to do is to offer to you is, I've just posted into the chat box there a link to my calendar for the rest of this week, well, it's today, and then next week and into next month. If you want a half-hour chat on things that are going on in your business, select that link and get a spot in my diary that suits you, and we'll have a conversation. And that's how we can get through this. Please reach out to me online through those socials, use my phone, email, and LinkedIn. And what I'll do now is I'll just basically open the call up to you and type in the questions that you've got. I'll try and bring up the Q&A